This is a creality 10 500 3D printer. The 500 means 500 this way, 500 this way, and 500 on high the build area. If you can see on the ruler, the build plate actually a little bit bigger and 500 millimeter. I think it's leave a little bit margin on the edge for the build area. You can see it's quite large. This is just taking out from this box. On the end here is the motor. The motor is have a little bit room to put on the box. The protective foam here, and underneath is the vertical things, vertical build area. You need quite a large table for the printer because you can see from here the build plate need to move back and forward on the y-axis. You can see it can be moved from here really up to here. So you need to leave this amount of the distance for the build plate to travel on the y-axis. This is the toolbox and some small parts. Put it here first. Then we take out the vertical part of the 3D printer, and this is a hot end. They don't come with like this kind of package. I already opened this, I installed this before. So on here I just when I relocated the printer, I just wrap it and protect it by myself like this. They have a better wrapping when they first shipping out to me. Then we take out the small box of the parts. This is not come with the printer. I buy this extra. They come with one row of the masking tape and removing tools, fans, and the most important part is some screws and Allen keys, that kind of stuff for assembly the printer. This for the fixing of the vertical parts. This is for the fixing of the printing filament. Extra pipe for the filament feeder. The vertical part of the printer with the filament feeder, the yellow part of this side, is go along to the left side of the printer. You can see there's two holes. Actually, there's one hole is for this orange part is too long to a little bit cover the one screw hole. So I think I need actually I need to cut this a little bit shorter. Now it's better with the tool hole can be exposed. Then you carefully move the vertical part to the location. Carefully align the screw. It's not easy to align the screw hole. You need to see, put it up and see where is the screw hole. Now you can see from underneath. I try to fit the second screw. The really difficult part is for the first one to get in line the hole, and the second one is more easier when as it's the first one already fixing the position. Then we just carefully put the cable on the top and rotating the whole thing for this side to fixing the screw on the other side. Ah, it's quite heavy. It's really quite heavy. 你 need to move this part backhand and forward to find the middle line to align with the screw. Then we need to fix these two of the T-shape reinforcement part. There's one simple and one more complex one. The simple one is go with to the right side without the filament fitter. The complex one is on the other side for the on the filament fitter. Because there's a position detector on this one. There's a screw and this kind of special nut for this T-shape things, and I think it's more easy to attach it to put the screw and the nut on the T-shape first. Remember to put this side not this side, but this side attached to the T-shape, and the nut screw go on this side. Don't tighten it, just loosely you fix like this. these two vertical and these two horizontal to put in the slot of on here. These two horizontal, these two vertical. So you like this, and when you turn the screw, it will be turning the right way around. Then you can turn it to tighten it up. Then you can turn the printer around and do it on the other side. This side is the filament feeding side, and it's attaching this T-shape on the hair. Like the other side, I already attaching the screw and the nut on this T-shape, and like the previous one, we align this on the vertical and these two on the horizontal. And you can see here is the homing position switch on this side. The yellow side is the filament feeding device on this side. So we can just gently tighten the fourth screw first. On the last one, you can starting to really tighten it up. And when you finish, you can see the ESET moving up and down. Part is the homing device is touching this switch here. After we tighten the screw of the 3D printer, and the next things we need to do is connecting the controller to all the cable to the 3D printer. And after we taken out the controller from the box, you can see from here the mainly two cable. They have two different type of this airline connector to the controller here, and they have some kind of instruction to tell you, because the different kind of pins, different number of pins to connect to these two holes. And before I connect the cable, I need to do another thing, because I also buy the laser engraving or laser burning kit, and it have a cable need to go inside to the controller for turning on off to the laser beam. So let's see what's inside the box. One of the safety guards, some of testing pipe. You can burn the pattern on this wood, because the purpose is the laser beam is not so powerful, so it only can be burning on some cardboard or some wood and maybe some plastic. So this is for you to do the testing or do some creative work. And this is the think the power supply or power converter for the laser beam. And this one is the main thing, the main laser beam from shooting from here, and you can see here says something dangerous for your eyesight, so you need to wear the protecting glass. And here is the cable. This side need to go inside the controller, and this side need to put into here. For the cable, I need to push this side, hopefully through this hole to get inside the controller. I think it's enough room to put inside. To open the controller up, I need to turn it over, upside down, and there's a 4 screw on the bottom, and they have a supply Allen key to open it up. It's the first time I open it, so I just go see what we got inside. There's a 5 screw. And it's open up like this. Here's a ventilation outlet for the fans of the power supply. And you can see the power supply. I think the power supply is covering the things. So the trouble is we need to also remove the power supply. There's a 4 screw on the side for removing the power supply. And there are lots of cable to connect to the on-off switch and the power plug-in. And now the power supply can be moved, and but these things got on the way. I think it's difficult to, the cable is quite short, so it's difficult to put. I think we put it on like this way for the power supply. And now I need to find where's the outlet of the laser beam. It's weird that they don't have any instruction to where to put in the how to install the laser engraving kit, and I need to message their customer support for asking them how to install the laser engraving keys, and they have sent me the picture to where to put in the things. So I think they have 2 different types, and I think that this one is for this type, and there's only one place to put in this here. Maybe I'll take a picture. So let me get a table. I hope this can be get in from here easily. Yes, it's enough room to get a cable through here. So we pop in the cable from here. You can see there's a two notch on this side, and this notch need to align with the here to put in the cable here. So here's what's inside the controller of the CR-10. We got a fans here, and this is the fan control board with the LCD. Here's all the X, Y, Z, the outlet of to control the stepping motor coming out from here. So when I believe I securely attach the cable, so I will put back the power supply. There's a 4 screw hole on here, so the 4 screw hole need to align here to put back the 4 screw. You hold it here and put in by the first one, and the rest will be more easier. This is difficult to align the first one because the screw is quite short. Don't tighten the first one because you need to align it for the to get the rest of the screw in. If you tighten it round, it will be difficult to move around the power supply to align the other screws. After you get the first 2 screws and the rest of 2, it will be more easy to install. Then we can put back the black plate. Remember to align the fans outlet to the fans of the power supply. I suggest you need to put back the middle one because it's got a little bit wobble on the side, so you need to push the bottom one to on this side to align the other screw. So you need to put the first one, the middle one first. Then you need to push a little bit for here to get inside of the bottom. So it's okay. Right now I put back the controller, and I think I need to tape the wire here because you can see this newly installed wire is freely to move. So if you're not fixed together, it will be easy to pull and damages the connection inside. There's quite a lot of cable here, so you need to figure out they have some tests here. The longest one I suggest you to connect the first. The longest one go to the C up and down motor. Then we starting to connect the cable. So you suggest you connect the ECS first. The ECS is controlling these two motor on behind here to move this branch up and down. Because there's one is a longer one and one is a shorter one. Is where you have and they have a label marking here say ECS. And make sure the two shorter one is for here and the longer one for here. We passing through the longer one underneath these two L's here, so it doesn't get in way to for the printer. And the two shorter one is for here. And remember the two cable one is for the homing switch, and the 4 cable one for the motor. So we put in the 2 cable for the homing first. You need to align the 2 notch to align to the 2 outlet from here. Then goes to the motor underneath the filament feeder. Oh, I see one losing cable. So I need to reattach it. Then we start to put in the Y axis. Like the previous one, the 2 cable go to the homing position. And the 4 cable go to the motor. You see here is you have a label of the Y axis. And lastly, we have the 3 cable. One is for the X motor, one is for the X homing position, and one is for the E. So marking the E. E is for the extruder for the filament. Find the motor. The motor is here. For the E, for the extruder for the filament. Then the homing cable for the X is here. Is quite tricky. It's inside the motor here, so we need to attach to here. You need to turn it over. These two sides facing this direction. Here. And the last one is for the motor. It's somewhere underneath. The connection is under here, so it's quite difficult to film it. So now all the small cable have connected. We connect the last two bigger cable to back of the controller. One is the 4 cable. The 4 cable will go to here. I tighten up the leveling screw because I want to put on some screw glue to make it not so easy to turn. Because on the early time when I used it, I found the leveling always need to readjust after the using, after one painting. I think the problem is because the build pay is so big, the build pay is moving so rapidly, and it's losing the screw. So I put some screw glue on it. This one too. So right now I already connecting the power socket to the controller. Then we do some testing, see is all the cable connect correctly. So I turn on the printer, and this one is a Chinese interface because I buy from the China directly. So depending on where you buy, this maybe got the English version. So we'll push to test. First we test does it normally to return to the home position. So the X position is first, then the Y position, then the Z position, the coming on down. This is the home position switch. So you can see all the X is turning normally, so it's mean all the cable is connect normally. So this is basically the installation setup of the CR-10 500 printer. On the next video, I will show you how to attach the glass to the top and do some testing painting. Because from the previous painting, I found there's some problem with the glass. Because the build plate, I find it not totally flat. The build plate have some problem of curve, little bit curve this way. So I need to put something in the middle to compensate that curve.